Will see the Riverhogs burner at wide receiver. He's putting together one of the better seasons in league history. It's the Riverhogs and the Jets. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Today we've got a Week 6 matchup for you here between the New York Jets and the Portland Riverhogs. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. And CD, you look at our featured team here. Their offense is one that doesn't rely too heavily on just one guy. They like to spread things around as best they can.
You're right about that. It's a diverse unit, and they like to run their offense by what they call game plan, meaning each and every week they study the opponent, they probe its weaknesses, and they move the ball around that way. They emphasize who's going to get it based on what they think they'll accomplish in that game. Other teams, they're a system team. They're going to run what they run no matter what. I like this style of offense. It suits them well.
Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
I tell you what, when he is on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one is capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts pinch arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book. He's an asset to have in any offense.
So following the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again, Collins. He completes that to Garrett Wilson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A Jet first down, 18 big yards that time. Back to throw, Collins. They find Everett there, complete. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Well, this defense very strong in that victory from a week ago.
And the way they did it was by getting after the quarterback. Sacked him 7 times in that game. Came from all angles, created a lot of illusions, and especially just beat them man for man. That's the kind of defense that really frustrates an opponent.
You know what I mean? I want to make sure that my snitching this time is compensated. Get what I mean? They used to be saying, oh, run off on the plug, or actually run off on the you know, I got to salute to my boy. He did a whole physical before he started telling the truth. Make sure he's in prime condition. He's in good shape, and I think you know, he was ready for this whole situation. Here we go.
You would be able to understand why I say much in my city. I pay attention to things. I pay attention to how you do it. But like I said, I think there's some kind of mission get ready. Whatever else I know, I just got here on the week. It's going to be on hold. I said it's going to be on hold. On that information. No, I'm saying, like, I'm saying, y'all, we have to see if this is not a simple thing, maybe I'm trying to have a conversation, but we have to be able to say, he gave us listening, you gave us something that, okay, you're truthful.
So, you know, this is very sad, you know, like, everybody's making fun of this because, you know, again, as much as and I feel very sorry for these guys, but I'm gonna use the accountability need. Young Thug built a career upon gangsters. YSL was built to sound like fearless gangsters in the game. Okay? So this isn't just like, you know, like a random civilian who's just like caught up in some shit. These guys were actively choosing the life of street shit. The detective is even saying to him, yo, you were going back and forth and you're screaming out slack and all this stupid shit on Instagram. So, you know, I know, like, you know, while watching this, I really had some shred of, like, sympathy that I realized when these guys were out, all they kept doing is wiping their fucking nose, doing all this goofy shit, photo pirates, lifting. You know, they spray painted, the guy who died, they spray painted slack on his grave. Yes, it's going to come a time that this happens. So as much as, like, I want to feel bad for this guy, I got to remind myself that he is, like, he's not somebody who may have been caught up in some shit, right? This guy actively chose it, right? He actively chose it. Young Thug actively chose to let the entire world know.
It doesn't work. And as a result, possession switches hands. Well, I see what they were trying to do there. You pop up your holder, roll them out. You got the option to run or pass.
Hello.
This didn't work.
Not at all. And the communication was excellent defensively.
This is who?
Receivers were covered as they escaped from the line of scrimmage, because that's supposed to be a surprise to everyone, and that's how they get free.
Yeah, how may I help you?
On defense. That didn't happen. And think about the guy rolling out with the football, looking for an open person. No one there.
Helpless feeling.
No, I don't need a dispatcher.
Between you and defenders now is going to close and close quickly.
And brought down, but not before reaching the 25. The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now Allen again.
I wanted him to know that he was absolutely 100% right.
And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. From the gun, it's Allen. Delivers another one to Pierce. And they're going to be set up now with the ball at the 13-yard line. Operating from the red zone now. Allen. And it's caught. Touchdown. Alec Pierce becoming just the 2nd player with 30 touchdowns in a single year. And the Riverhawks get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was capped off by a touchdown catch from Alec Pierce. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And this will not be returned. It's a touchback. And they'll begin at the 25. And New York set to take the field. Yeah, they dipped a game below 500 following the loss last week, and you get the sense that maybe this team's at a little bit of a crossroads here.
Yeah, I think that's a really good way to put it, because what's that old malaprop? If you come to a fork in the road, take it. Because this crew, they're losing ground fast. They've got to start winning some ball games. And the good teams, they're starting to separate themselves, and these guys are being left behind.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. They said there was a lot of discussion in their defensive team meeting room after last week's performance. They had 7 sacks. Something in the water. There's one in the first quarter.
A lot of discussion, a lot of excitement, because now everyone wants to get involved with this. Who's going to continue that process? Who's going to get to the quarterback this week? But they have to be careful. When you have that much pressure, they want to use it against you. Draws, screens, those types of plays.
See if they do that. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down. Josh Allen, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Well, last game he had 2 sacks. Got another one here picked up right where he left off.
Brandon, he spent the entire offseason working on new moves, new techniques, trying to add to his arsenal of pass rush moves. Certainly paying dividends in what we've seen so far.
And taken at the 46. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, there goes a 19-yard return. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And he's got Pierce. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Now Allen. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Allen. Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and it's scooped up by the Jets. And the return will stop them well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
Throwing is Collins. Following a fumble recovery, he'll throw. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick 1st down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice 1st down. Drive keeps moving.
Now Collins looking to throw on 2nd down. This will be caught downfield by Moore. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the 1st half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
After 1-7-0 on EA Sports. The Jets with the football here to start the 2nd quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And the running lane's non-existent in this 1st half as they'll stop him behind the line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Looking to throw. Collins. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. Bobby Okereke running in and bringing him down. Well, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Collins throwing on 3rd and long. Under pressure, they got him again. Dropped for a loss of 7 by multiple defenders. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And Barbara, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently. And anytime you see a kicker trot out and try one for 56 yards, you know everything's got to come off perfectly for it to have a chance. If the laces aren't quite right, if he doesn't hit the fat part of the ball just right, it's unlikely to go through. And that one winds up no good.
Portland's offense now about set to take over. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, trying to atone for it here on this drive. That's going to be caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. Here's Allen to throw it. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far, they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. To the air, Allen. has now tied the record. Touchdown. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And the Jets set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
And he'll have a Jets first down as good running gets him to about the 44. That right there, a good sign for a team that's had trouble converting third down so far this year. They're in the bottom 5 in the NFL, but they come through there.
Yeah, and I bet if we put our guy Marvin on the case and say, Marvin, tell us where they rank on third and what, right? I bet they're in the top 5 in the league on 3rd and 5, 3rd and 6, 3rd and 7 or more, because that's how you end up not converting. Just too much yardage to pick up on third down.
On second down, it's Pollard. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And here's Collins to throw on third down. And this one is incomplete. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here that can really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
He's got his target. It's the tight end, Knox. Again, they'll throw with Allen. Over the middle, hauled in by Pierce. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Allen gonna throw. And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Boy, so if you are scoring at home, Charles, and God bless you if you are, but that's now 3 drives and 3 touchdowns.
So in a baseball game, wouldn't that wreak havoc on your scorecard?
Yes.
I mean, with all the action that's happening now, how they got here, whatever cliche you want to bring into it, they're locked into a groove, they're clicking on all cylinders. Bottom line, they're piling up the points.
And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25. New York set to take the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Collins now on first down. To the right side, and he's got more complete. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 46 yards. And boy, CD, it's one thing to watch a great run, but when it's a great run with broken contact, it's like a cherry on top. That was a nice play. Now here's Pollard, and he gets halfway there down to the 1-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing is Collins. Off the play fake. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer. But he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And I don't think he got there. No, they stop him right where it all started. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. They'll run forward with Pollard. And he's not going to get in. They stop him at the 1. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And the ball will go over on the goal line stand. And they've now made 2 trips to the red zone and still looking for their first touchdown.
Not able to punch it in, and if you're on defense, your confidence is sky high. Because mentally, you're saying, hey, you're in the red zone, we're thinking we're giving up 3, we just want to give up 6. In this case, they end up not giving up the touchdown at all. They've got to feel great about what they got done.
Back to the air on second down, it's Allen. And he's down into the red zone at the 16 after a gain of 16. 1st and 10. Throwing on first down is Allen. That one finds Pierce right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Allen to throw once more. That's into a crowd and intercepted. Picked off by Von Bell. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Jair Elam makes a pick, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you coming like an auctioneer. We've got 2, we got 2. Do I hear 3? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they've got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. And this offense set to go now to begin the third quarter. first down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Looking for Knox on the crossing route. It's complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. On first down, Allen. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI.
Defense.
Well, CD, that helps the home team as they try to erase this deficit. Give them the penalty for pass interference on the defense.
Yeah, and they certainly haven't been happy with what they've seen so far, have they? They're certainly hoping that call now might get the fans back into this one.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Another try after the first down sack. Allen, that is caught at the 7. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. Allen. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and it's scooped up by the Jets. Takes it to the house. It's a fumble recovery for a Jet touchdown. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Portland's offense now about set to take over. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. So, Charles, you look at this offense. What a start to the season. 5 wins without a loss. When do you think that you start believing that maybe you're in the midst of something special?
Well, you and I both know every head coach never wants that thought to creep into a locker room. But the truth of the matter is, not quite at this time, because if we look at the Steelers in 2020, they're a great example. Remember, they started 11-0. Then lost 5 of 6 and went out in the first round. I think if you get toward mid-November, the Thanksgiving time frame, and you're still doing this, that's when things start to get real football club.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Allen, he's got his man. It's Pierce. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 26. And they're going to speed things up here. And again, it's Allen. Right back to his go-to man, Pierce. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Now Allen. And he's got it. Touchdown. Alec Pierce from 4 yards out. And the Riverhawks take a 3-touchdown lead. Extra point by Patterson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. And Patterson back out there to send this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and he'll take over at the 25.
New York's offense back out there and set to go. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now here's a throw that's complete, and he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7, and it's 2nd down. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Now Collins to throw on 2nd down. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one goes for catch and run.
This offense to get going. And they're really putting
Shannon is SB. So SB is a killer. Apparently he caught 2 or 3 bodies, but he tells 2. But the only thing is, he'll kill a nigga, then tell, and come back and kill another nigga. So he's a killer and a teller. Like this thing is ambidextrous. You know what I mean? Like, I can't call it bisexual. He's just bisexual. Savage and a teller.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd.
I got some stuff on my
And this time they were looking for him. He'll be knocked down before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down 9.
This is the guy that ate. This the only two. It's not easy. It's not easy.
Collins. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And they're going to make him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. So 8 yards on the completion there.
I'm playing this video. We're not just laughing at this guy. Even though, yes, this guy made decisions.
Tackles or gained nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down.
But if you can hear this guy's voice,
Collins throwing on 4th
you hear a lot.
And
you hear despair.
It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time is now.
Bro, he's having a therapy session.
This 3rd quarter play.
Yo, look, first of all, if you talk to somebody and they're like this, you tell them the hell of a fuck. If somebody's like this, you're telling the hell of a story. And essentially, yo, this guy's basically saying, yo, I don't really want this life. Like, I'm kind of tired of it.
Ready for their next drive.
But I keep getting pulled up in it. And this is the crux of what I want him to do when he gets out of this. I want him to talk about. I don't want to hear that slack shit. We need you to take some accountability for why young men like this is sitting and essentially wondering why their life is going down the drain.
Here's Allen on 1st and 10.
Some accountability got to be taken.
To Knox, and again a completion. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And now on 1st down. It's incomplete. These 2 teams.
Bro, he's talking like he's talking to them. Like, yo, he's talking like he's talking. Sounds like a man who. I don't want to call him a boy or give him a say he's called a psycho, but
These defenses have become so opportunistic, and no matter what you're playing, in this case, wide receiver, you got to be careful.
Certainly,
this sounds like a man that wants
phrase in
second
today's
chance.
football that we use all the time, completing the process of the catch.
Oh, hell no. Doug, did you say you was snitching, nigga? You heard the nigga say he ain't low. You think he was low? What's up?
They go back to the second down. And he'll go down to 47 this time. 50 yards on the ground for him now. He's down there 15 carries.
Fucking cop inside of the bullshit. He's like, man, y'all niggas play gangster outside the school. You come in here in the front, checking your pulse, doing all this therapy shit, nigga. Tell us what the fuck you got, or nigga, I'm this. He's over here fine. I think he's stuck, bro.
Looking to throw. Down just shy of the 40.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the
Joe Budden, the rapper and podcast host, recently reacted to the news that Gilly became a wallow of $1 million worth of games secured an interview with Jay Prince. During the podcast, Gilly and Moore shared how reluctant they were to do the interview with Jay Prince, a Houston music executive, because of the recent death of Takeoff, a member of Migos.
And they know that, and they stepped in it. I'm with you there. I'm just saying, you know, like I didn't like putting that out. I don't like with that huge platform airing that threat.
So I've watched Inside Edition interview a lot of serial killers. Do we feel the same way? They interview Jeffrey Dahmer. They interview.
Listen, bro, I'm gonna keep it honest. I'm just saying. And they said Slick on. They said the white people, no disrespect, said Slick on there showed no remorse to the family that could have hurt the families and the generations after. So now because we're black, hold on. That's white thing.
Are we picking and choosing? You want to answer me again?
I'm gonna answer you, but I don't want you to cut me off. You feel me?
I'm not.
So this is my thing. I'm not taking a side. I just want to address what you're saying.
Okay, Inside Edition. We're gonna address that.
Yes. Okay. What I'm saying is this: us as black people, we have to stop justifying our actions based off the actions of white people. I don't give a what they do. I'm not gonna say, yo, when the white man do it, it's cool, so we could do it too. Yeah, I don't care what they do. My morals is my morals. I don't give a black person do it, a Chinese person do it, an Australian person do it. If I look at it as wrong, it's wrong. I'm not gonna say it was cool for me to do because those other people did it, and we do that too much. I don't give a fuck about them in Inside Edition. Who gives a fuck about that?
But we want the equal. We want equal.
I don't want nothing. Bro, I'm talking about what I stand on is right and wrong. If somebody else did it and it's wrong, I don't say, yo, they did it and it was cool, so now I'm gonna go with it.
But we say that because we don't ridicule the others that's doing it. We quick to where we from. We quick to ridicule our own. Them ideologies that doing their job. If the Prince
I said I'm not
just talking to the people that were mad at them.
Yeah, I wasn't taking it.
If the Prince want to go up there and talk, they just getting the outlet and talk. True. Go ahead, you have an outlet to talk because everybody else talk.
Hey, Flip, we sit here, we had people, we'll sit here and you've been present for once when we sat here and then stopped and said, yo, we're not putting that. We keep
that's a fact.
But you have that luxury.
His reservation is different from others. Just because someone decided to do it, that doesn't mean it applies to everyone else. It's a job. At the end of the day, this is a job to interview and put out the message that what's called an interviewee, who's the person that's being interviewed, wants to put out. It's okay, I'm giving you a platform to talk ahead.
This is still your platform at the end of the day. It's still you. You still have final control over what goes out.
Have you ever needed to read or clear code at a new level, or reset your application system, SOOT level, or even initiate a forced CPM reset? OTR Diagnostics mobile app allows you to do tuber-level capabilities from your mobile device. Did you know on average average it takes up to $400 to do a diagnostic check on your truck. Now, how many times have you visited the shop for a diagnostic check in the last year? OTR Diagnostics is an advanced diagnostics app that makes a complicated process quick and easy to understand. Those days of lugging around big equipment to perform advanced diagnostics are over. You don't need a complicated software or multiple programs. All you need is a vehicle, phone, and adapter. OTR Diagnostics is for fleet owners, owner-operators, drivers, technicians who are tired of paying every month for check engine lights, regens, and resets. OTR Diagnostics allows you to view fault codes directly from your mobile device. Make decisions that keep your operations running smoothly in real time. This includes enhanced fault code details, troubleshooting, description, fault symptoms, repair procedures, numbers of times this fault could occur, and additional information. OTR Diagnostics allows you to view live parameters, making sure you're informed on how your vehicle is doing. DEF fluid levels, your DPF soot levels, your EGR valve position, after-treatment exhaust temperature, and many more. OTR Diagnostics allows you to perform dealer-level commands, for example, clearing active and inactive fault codes at the dealer level, reset after treatment, which will allow you to reset the DPF soot levels, reset ash accumulators, reset engine alert data, and engine DPF timers. OTR Diagnostics also gives you the capability of doing a forced DPF regen. This is performed when a diagnostic scan tool starts that regeneration process. With OTR Diagnostics, you are no longer in the dark about doing your own diagnostics. Download the app and create your account to get started today.
Sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds.
It's hard to believe Mint's new family plan is just $15 a month per person. So I've asked my wife and a plan member to back me. You're not. No, I just did it for that during the morning stuff. The boring stuff. I'm announcing a family plan where just 2 lines gets everyone a $15 price. I'm literally revolutionizing the category. Yeah, she has made a choice. Can you please let her know I'm upset?
Right? Charles, this defense, they seem to be one step ahead from the start of the game until now.
And you identified it perfectly, and we can see the frustration.
I'm just everyone quiet. So everybody just so like I don't want nobody to take this the wrong way. Like I'm shooting at them because I'm not. I just disagree with that part of it. I'm cool at it. If the Prince family want to get on there and get their like I said, they called a couple times to try to get the interview. It's clear they wanted to go there for the interview. So this is where we want to get our message out. We got something we want to say. Let's put it out. Cool. It's not like they were hyping them either. They just let them talk. Go ahead, talk. I just disagree with that Offset because that then you see Offset had to respond to that. I understand. Now, what was the first thing he said? We have to get John Gotti. Now that's the part I was sick about. And I want to talk about something that made me sick because I'm not talking about that in New York. You know, while everybody runs the shadow. But for Offset to have to leave the Grammys where his wife had 70 outfit changes, all look spectacular. She did. Where he just had to fight with his brother member and brother that changed music history on that stage. For him to have to leave that event and this be the very first thing that he has to address on social media is sick to me. I get that he had to do it. But that being the focus after you just left this star-studded event when you were celebrating, that just didn't seem backwards. So I should because all the niggas that be beefing and having something to say is rich. Yo, dog, I'm still might be in mourning because my brother's there. And on top of that, the brother that I wasn't speaking to at the time of his passing, we were going through whatever we were going through, so I'm still mentally and emotionally and added on to that the whole situation at the Grammys, the argument, whatever you want to call it with him, occurred because of a tribute to our brother that I couldn't be a part of. So I'm not even in the right space right now to even deal with any of this. His breathing, you can tell him, he just locked down. That's what I'm saying. Like I just don't like it. That's all. I don't like it. I don't like it. And I'm only everybody else, like Joe said, everybody can run it how they want. We come here, we can speak on things and say our opinion. Lots of people watch it. I don't like it. Yeah, of course. Of
inside the 15.
Go say it.